Good morning, everybody. This morning I come to you with a lot of humbleness and a lot of grace to bring you a message from me, from my spirit, from who I am as a person. These last few weeks in isolation has been quite a bit of a roller coaster for all of us, I'm sure. Some of us have enjoyed it, some of us have rested, some of us has really focused and taken this time that the universe have given us to refocus our minds and to refocus ourselves, to reconnect to a true part of ourselves that we always knew existed but never made time for it to evolve and time for it to come out. Some of us just sat at home and ate too much and slept too much, which is also fine. The point of this morning is, what have we learned? What have we discovered as spiritual beings, as universal beings of light? What have we discovered by sitting at home in isolation, sitting at home with our thoughts and with our mind, contemplating who we are or what we do, contemplating the value that we have to life and what life's value has to us? What have we done? We have listened to so many different teachings from so many different people. We have trolled Facebook and Instagram and all these social media accounts. We have gained so much and lost so much, grown so much, physically, emotionally, mentally, and in our stomachs. But at the end of the day, my question is to you, what have you done with your mind? Where have you gone with your mind? Have you taken these moments that the universe has given you to become the true ultimate self? Have you taken these moments that has been granted to you to really define who you are, to define what you are, to reconnect to the God inside, to reconnect to your life, to give your life meaning again? You see, this life that we have is the greatest gift that the universe have given us. And it is up to us, me and you as individuals, to ask ourselves, what legacy are we going to leave behind? What legacy are we building with our realities? Have I wasted the last 10 years of my life in just being a number? Someone to pay the bills, somebody to just raise the kids, somebody to be a family member? Or have I truly been able to look at myself this last few weeks and ask myself, self, who am I? Am I worthy? Have I done enough? Have I done enough to truly find who I am? Because right now, the universe has come to a point where it has stopped just for you. The universe has slowed down just for you as an individual. But it's time for us to take power back of our minds, to reconnect our minds and our focus back to the self, to the true self, to stop seeing ourselves as just a normal person trying to live a normal life in a normal existence. Hell, what's the point of being born then? We all as spiritual people believe in reincarnation, believe in evolution. We all believe that we've been around for so many times. You really think that we were born simply to survive, simply to come and buy a house and a car and eat food? That is not what we are here for. We are here to find the divine light within us. We are here to find the divine power within us. Jesus said it the best. He said, through me and only through me shall you find the path of God. Become Christ-like. Become this Christ-mindedness. Buddha said it even better. He said that by being still, you find silence. By finding silence, you find nothing. By finding nothing, you connect to no thing. And to connect to no thing means you connect to everything. Everything, which is the definition of God. God is everything. God is I am. You are the connection of light. Our mission in this reality is about overcoming our personalities, overcoming our minds, overcoming our egos, and to connect to that humbleness, to teach ourselves again to feel, to teach ourselves again to taste the coffee when we drink it, to taste our food when we eat it, not just to gobble it down with no mind and no thought. Our point in life is to listen, become silent, become quiet, listen. What do you hear? Never mind your mind, never mind your body, never mind your outside. What do you hear? There's always something in the background. There's always a quietness in life. I've been inundated with messages of people wanting to learn to meditate, wanting to learn to focus. And I ask them, what is the point of focusing in meditation? Why do you want to do that? And the majority answers to me, to become a better person. And I tell them, but meditation will not make you a better person. Meditation just makes you focus. Meditation just makes you become aware. What makes you a better person is the choices and the consequences, is the actions of everyday life. It's to be able to live life with a mindset of higher consciousness. Yes, that higher consciousness we achieve through meditation. But what is true meditation? To be able to see the Huga Buga, to be able to connect to spirit, to connect to the divine, that's not higher spirit, that's not higher consciousness, that's satisfaction. Higher consciousness is the ability to become quiet and still, to look inside your mind and to see that warrior spirit of who we are, to see the true self of who we are, to understand that within each and every one of us, there's this amazing, amazing mind, a higher consciousness, a point of light that is this light of God that connects us to spirit, that connects us to divinity. And our mission in this life and in our lives is about being that self, is about reigniting that true self of our spirit and to bring it forward in our reality, to be that infinite light, to be that infinite spirit. How do we achieve ourselves to get there? It's to become silent, to start to feel, to start to be, to become consciously aware of my thoughts and my mind so that I can learn to respond, not to react. And we are becoming animals where we just react to nothing. We need to learn to respond. What is your identity? What is your true self? Who are the true self? And what is it that you can find and define from true self? You see, when we become silent and we learn to taste our coffee, we smell our coffee, and you feel the coffee moving down your throat and into your chest, your mind stops. And all you do is you feel. You feel that sensation of coffee in the nose and coffee in the mouth and coffee in the chest. And when a person does that, you know what happens? Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. Nothing but everything, because what you're doing is you're learning to feel. Each and every one of us have been blessed with this amazing gift called passion. Oh, passion is the most amazing power that we will have. Unfortunately, most of us has redirected our passion for the wrong attributes. We are passionate about our food, including me. We are passionate about our emotions. We get passionately angry, passionately vengeful. We get passionately so negative about everything. But what if we can take passion and turn it back to love? Turn it back to this unconditional beingness of self. Imagine being able to wake up in the morning, open the window, look outside and say, wow, this is my time, my life, my moment. I am. What if we can start having passion when we talk to our family and friends? Being in lockdown is amazing, isn't it? Because we're all stuck and we have nobody to communicate to, nobody to talk to. Oh, but you know what? For the first time ever in our lives, we're actually not just having pointless conversations when you're sitting in front of somebody, but we're actually asking them how they are. We are actually communicating to our family and friends. We are talking for the first time ever, and we are hearing each other. This is the most amazing thing we learned. But what if we can do this to ourselves, to our spirit, our higher self? In our minds, we have thought that jumps to conclusions, that controls the narrative. Underneath consciousness or thought, we've got the subconscious, right? The higher self, the memories, the bananas in our heads. But underneath that, even deeper in, we have instinct. That instinct connects us to God. That instinct connects us to ourselves. That instinct is the higher spirit, the higher you. And every now and then we have moments where we connect to that instinct. Every now and then we allow that instinct to come out. And it feels so peaceful. We feel so majestic and so alive. We feel that we are one with God. For that 5 minutes that we get to create that, we feel, wow, I am. What if we can practice that? If we can truly practice that, to bring that consciousness and that light of our spirit, that energy of our spirit, and we can bring it up to teach our mind to become one with it. Because the biggest mistake we make is we try to overcome the mind and overcome the emotions and overcome the consciousness. Why would you do that? Your mind and consciousness is the greatest tools that we have to survive in this reality called life. But if we can teach our mind and consciousness to listen to that light, to listen to that God light of who we are, oh, this is how we manifest. This is how we become that light. This is how we evolve. And the day we choose to start to evolve in that way, we start walking with light. We start being that light. We start being that point of consciousness of life. And immediately we start feeling again. We start enjoying again. We start loving again. We start smiling again. Because our thoughts will not control who we are, but who we are will control our thoughts. Our minds will not jump to conclusions and keep on reacting, because we should know better of who we are. And we will start to respond to our situations because we'll be aware, consciously aware of who we are. And if you are consciously aware of who you are, then what you are, that point of light, can shine through that personality. That no matter how much of a temper or a bad attitude or of an asshole you are, that beautiful light will always shine through it. That beautiful light of who you are will always come through as your identity. Isn't that the legacy that we want to have? Isn't that the legacy that we want to create? To be able to die one day and somebody stands on the porpoise up top there, looks down and say, I don't remember him, but I do remember his light. I do remember that person's energy, their frequency. You know, my wife, I love my wife dearly. The one thing that she always told me is that all the time she fell in love with my spirit. She fell in love with my light. And every time that we go through certain stuff and certain emotions, I try my best to remember that light. Because I love that woman from the Lord God of my being. And to love her more, I need her to love me too. But that is who we are, is that point of light. And if we can remember our light, everybody else around us will remember our light. How do we get people that's lucky? What is luck? Isn't luck just a consciousness and energy that creates reality? Isn't it just a power of manifestation? To create luck, my friends, is very simple. All you have to do is to be light. Because where light goes, darkness goes away. When light shines, all the greatness comes to that light. Unfortunately, when your light shines big, or you attract all types of moths and mosquitoes too, but those moths and mosquitoes are there to teach you. Those moths and mosquitoes are there to enlighten you. So get off your horse and learn from what they want to teach you. Take your pride in your moment. Be the infinite light. So the message for this morning is very simple. No matter what stress you have, no matter what consequences you are in, you are the power of your life. You are the God of your reality. Let your light shine. Let your light be the conqueror of your reality. Take this moment and be the infinite light. I bless you. I pray for you. I keep you in my thoughts and in my mind. And all I ask is next time when I see you, please don't let me see you. Let me see your light.